Oh, shit. Last time on Harmontown, our heroes had journeyed down an ice hole and found a hissing skeleton named Lenev. They had complex and disturbing interactions with the skeleton, setting him off on a path of violence. Lenev choked Sharpie, but Sharpie shot back with a burst of electricity, staggering the dead man. Mulrain caught fire with her amulet of summer and grabbed Lenev's arm, while Quark cut said arm off. The wounded skeleton began to transform, growing 2 new arms and attacking Sharpie with his new limbs. The party changed tacts. Mulrain reattached Lenev's arm while Christaberg rubbed meat on it. Together, they fashioned a paper hairpiece for Lenev's skull, which stopped him dead in his tracks. They quit fighting, joined hands, and strolled off down the path towards Tormod Tor, the city of unshackled dead. That's pretty much it.
So we made friends with him, which I think is pretty admirable.
You made friends with Lenev?
Yeah.
And you reattached an arm and gave him a toupee?
That was just sort of a gesture. Some of those guys, we had cut off his arm and then we reattached it, and we had some meat that we rubbed around it because we thought that's what a skeleton would enjoy, is having meat on his arm.
Yeah, made sense to me at the time.
But more importantly, and this was the thing that sealed the deal, we started making him construction paper hair. Because I think that even when he wasn't a skeleton, he maybe was bald and was insecure about it. That's a speculation. That's not canon. But we are now his friend again, and you're welcome.
Did we find the Tarragon of Virtue? What the fuck was it called?
No. We're off to the Terra Tor to
Tormod of Tor.
Yeah.
So now we have Lenev with us as a compatriot.
Because Christaberg is possessed, and we want to cure him.
Right.
Wherever he is.
All right. Lenev, how far off is Tormod of Tor?
Oh, it's like a couple minutes. We're just,
What do you mean wherever Christaberg is?
I mean, where is he?
Is he here?
I don't see him.
His character sheet's on the table in front of you.
Oh, shit. I just got told. I guess he is here. Okay. Christaberg's here. He's still tied up by that muzzle. Yeah, 3 minutes off is what I answered your question with.
All right. Time passes.
Oh, yeah, it does. As time passes, you pass by broken gray pillars and piles of glittering black glass, shattered, razor-sharp fragments that are strewn about the dusty ground. Lenev speaks. He says, as I was trying to say before all that happened, the unshackled are generally peaceful, but down here there's more crawling around than just Tormod Tor's own, citizens. The chained ones still shamble around, their mindless horrors that seek not but to snuff out the life of anyone. Be on your guard, because the chained ones hear no reason like me.
And so there was no route that took us around to this area?
No, they're all around everywhere.
They're everywhere. There's a
we
big
keep
circle
them out of the
around
walls.
where we're going.
They don't just. This is going nowhere. They don't. They go wherever life is, and you guys are full of it.
Ha ha ha!
So
you meant okay.
Are we close to Tormod Tor?
Yeah, couple minutes.
Okay.
Jesus.
I say we keep running and avoid these chained ones, you guys.
Yeah, let's pick it up.
We pick up the pace.
Gentlemen, as we're running, may I ask you, how are you guys feeling about this whole quest in general and emotionally? How are we doing? How are we feeling?
I feel pretty good.
I feel like we haven't checked in a while.
I feel good. I've got like 72 HP.
No, but how many? Is that hit points or heart points?
Really?
72.
Holy shit!
Yeah, I'm fit as a fucking fiddle.
I take my knife and stab him in the thigh.
What the fuck?
I want to talk.
I defend myself in a violent way, and I take out my mighty greatsword and parry it.
Oh shit!
Why look? You just attacked me with a knife, Jack. Mulrain.
Yeah.
Sorry. Look, I acted impulsively. I just want to.
I know. Now where the fucking daggers are drawn, motherfucker.
No, but look, at the end of the day, what matters is who.
What matters right now is you fucking pulled a knife on me and tried to stab me. That's what matters to me right in the moment.
I spit in his face.
What the fuck?
Talk to me!
I was talking until you fucking pulled a weapon on me. I'm a barbarian. I'll fucking bleed you real slow.
I thought today would
I'll
be
make
the day
you leak.
We got more than 5 feet down there.
We were about to until she fucking tried to stab me.
We're running. We're
not running. Now we're fucking fighting. What are you doing?
All right, I'm sorry.
So you don't stab me.
I won't stab you. I take my eyelashes and I flutter them over his wound. Or where it would be, because I didn't stab him. All right, let's go.
I make her walk in front of me, and I have my great sword drawn just in case she gets fucking weird again.
Is homicide contagious around you people? You don't do things that make sense.
I didn't provoke that in any way.
All you, I mean, you're boasting about your hit points.
So you stab a person?
I'm not justifying anybody.
I feel really good. I'll kill you.
Come on, guys, let's get to Toll House.
Lenev, as long as we're giving notes, if there's a place and then outside the places there's a place where there's a bunch of monsters, unless they exist in a fucking circle around the place, there's got to be a way around. You're taking us through the Unshackled and telling us they're monsters.
It's a dangerous world, man. I don't know what you want me to do.
I'm not worried about anything except for possibly Mulrain because she's schizophrenic.
It's true.
All right, let's go. But if there's an encounter, it's on you.
Okay.
I've got 72 hit points.
I get a little twitchy, but I calm myself.
Okay, so you continue down the path. You see a destroyed, blown out kind of hut. You see the roof of the hut, and then the walls are kind of just falling onto the floor like its top just collapsed. And then you go by a broken fence. It's just like a fence, but it's all broken. It doesn't work to keep stuff out of places.
Should we check out the hut?
Yes.
Or just keep trotting?
Let's check out this hut.
If you want to check out that hut, you better be on your guard because those unchained ones, they go in huts sometimes.
I use my stealth and I creep towards the hut.
I vote for no hut, but if you're a hut lover,
I think I may be a hut lover.
Do you have stealth? Are you a stealthy person?
Yeah, I have stealth. Yeah.
Okay.
Anyone can be kind of stealthy, even if they don't.
You don't have to take that away from me. That's
Will
one
you
of my
come
things.
back if you see anything hazardous, and we'll just go?
Yeah. If there's something hazardous, I will use my boots of spry springing, and I will sing a special song, and you'll know it when you hear it.
There once was an Indian maid.
All right.
Try not to judge me for singing it.
So you creep towards the hut and you hear the sound of maybe like chomping and gobbling, probably. Those sounds.
Okay.
You don't see anything, but you do see something. You see the roof of the hut kind of shake and shimmy. I don't know what huts do.
They don't dance.
I guess not. It's definitely shaking though.
Okay.
Scoops.
Okay, There once was an Indian maid.
Okay, let's go. Let's keep going.
Who had a crack. It was very itchy.
We should just keep going.
Okay, they walk on ahead, but I walk around the back of that shack and I put my ear up to the wall and listen to the chomping.
Oh boy.
It's louder now because your ear's closer.
Can I see through?
Nope, it's just a roof. There's not even any way to like get in.
I kick in the back wall of the hut.
What in the fucking Harmon?
You kick in the back wall of the hut and it just kind of crumbles to pieces as if it were like wet, rotting wood, which it's not. It's like some sort of sheet metal. That's weird. Anyway, you see, it's a zombie. It's a zombie naked and full of flesh. His mouth is just gaping open, full of flesh. He's trying to chomp on it, but his mouth's broken. He's like got a broken jaw or something.
He's trying to chomp on what?
Flesh. Dead flesh.
I take my greatsword and slash at his neck.
Okay.
Roll that
You
shit.
sure do. You cut it clean off. He's not too. He's dead.
I wipe my sword on the ground and I look around.
You cut to me and Lenev just hanging out in the snow. And I just kind of, and I go, is there a Mrs. Lenev?
No.
All right, now you cut back to Jeff.
I examine the hut.
It's just like you see two corpses now. There was, a corpse and a zombie, but now there's two corpses. One's half eaten.
And there's nothing else in the hut?
No, it's just a roof, really. Just the roof on the ground.
All right, I fuck both of the corpses and I run back to the to our campaign and let them know what happened.
Do you fuck them like till you finish?
No, now it's just kind of cursory.
Until they finish.
It's just kind of like a cursory thing that I do.
Well, the kids
It's a
have
power
a thing
thing, it has
called
nothing to do with
teabagging on the multiplayer games. They teabag each other.
They put
Multiplayer shooters, you crouch over the face of your victim.
What?
And it's symbolic that you're teabagging them.
I actually fuck them.
No, I know. I'm just saying, like you're doing a thing that it's not a sexual act. It's an act of anger.
Look, I generally enter any combat situation with a mild erection, and so I'm like the Comanche of old, where I enter war with a certain amount of tumescence, and look. I'm not saying I'm a good person. I'm just saying that if it ain't broke, don't fix it. So I fuck most of my thwarted foes.
Remind me not to.
Do you have any
stab
more
in the
questions?
wagon. How are you feeling?
I feel great until you tried to stab me earlier. I have 72 hit points. I run back up to the group and go, killed the zombies, fucked a couple people, but everything seems to be cool.
Oh, did you meet Jerry?
No, I run back to the hut.
You see a half-eaten corpse and another corpse without a head.
I yelled, Jerry?
You get no response.
I run back. I go, no, I didn't meet Jerry.
No.
I might have fucked Jerry. I didn't, but he didn't have a lot to add.
Well, whatever.
Who's Jerry, Lenev?
He's just a friend of mine.
What, did he look like a guy? And I described the corpse.
No.
Okay, then I fucked somebody else. Who's Jerry?
You just ran off for about 2 minutes to go fuck something?
No, I heard some rumbling. I thought there might be some fucking some bad things going on. There was. I killed a zombie. I fucked them both.
As a skeleton, are you friends with zombies?
Yeah. I mean,
is Jerry a zombie?
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Okay, full disclosure, I might have killed Jerry and fucked him.
Well, you described Jerry. You described someone that's different from Jerry.
Then I described the zombie that I killed. And,
you already described that, didn't you?
Oh, I thought I was describing the corpse he was chomping on.
Either way, not
I started
Jerry.
eating
Not
people.
Jerry.
No.
Okay,
Sorry.
so Lenev.
Sorry, everybody.
Lenev, that's good to know. So in the future, if I see a zombie, these might be your pals?
I guess.
Okay. All right, that's good to know.
It's like
If I see any humans, are they your pals?
Yeah.
Sharpie?
Yeah.
Sharpie, leave it.
I'm not.
Leave it.
I don't.
I was certain you're going to hear that as some sort of weird passive-aggressive threat.
No, that's not. I'm not insane. That's just a.
You were insane?
That's a poignant observation.
So is the. Okay.
I start running towards Timberland.
Torment of Tor.
You run down the path, and it's pretty dark, but as a half elf, you could see a little bit. You see a crumbling gray wall. It's massive and imperious, except it's cracked in many places, and you see it's attempted to been plastered a bunch of times. There's all sorts of plaster patches. In the middle, there's a big, giant wooden gate, but it looks all rotted. Rotted gate.
Rotted but intact?
Yeah, it's definitely still standing.
I go up and I kick the gate. I'm in a kicking mood.
You kick the gate, and your foot just sinks right through. It's not even satisfying. You just get your leg kind of stuck in the wood before you extricate it. Like
Either they don't
drywall.
understand architecture around here, or something bad has happened.
It looks like they live in a neighborhood of zombies, so I think this is a community besieged by the undead.
Yeah.
And I light a cigarette.
I get really close to you and I suck in the smoke and then blow it back in your face.
What the fuck?
I think we established 10 minutes ago that I'm schizophrenic, so this is my new thing.
I take a cigarette out of his mouth, I blow a smoke ring, and I fuck the smoke ring. But while I do it, I make eye contact with both of them, and sort of a weird warning.
Hey, Lenev, is there any danger if we call out?
No. In fact, I will. Open up!
You there! My idea to call out.
Who are you addressing?
Hey, everybody!
Open up!
Just me out here with the idea to call out. My idea first. Call it out. Bothered to get a quorum about it. Was punished for it.
Yeah, it's just that I usually say that.
Well, there's a new skeleton in town, and it's under my body.
Lenev, he pounds on the door a bit lightly with his glowing hand. And
I pound on it at the same time.
Open up!
Open up!
Open up for Lenev!
Saying it louder.
He takes 2 or 3 steps back, and slowly the gate doors start to grind open.
Open sesame.
But as the gates open, you see the top hinge of the right door. It buckles and cracks, and you see the door start to crumble and fall on to you guys towards it. It's fallen on you.
Backward somersault.
Okay. You're all taking reflex saves right now.
Backward handspring.
I start clapping.
Wait. Instead of dodging out of the way?
Sorry?
She's lost her mind.
I start clapping, but in my head I'm clapping so hard that the air is going to push away the door.
Are you, while I'm doing my reflex save backward handspring, I yell, "Mulrain, are you having a stroke?"
No, I'm not. I'm saving us.
All right.
Okay, so the 2 of you dodge out of the way, and Mulrain as well as Lenev get hit by this door.
So you're saying that just standing there and clapping didn't work?
I guess not.
Okay.
But you're saying Lenev being a big know-it-all didn't work?
On what?
Well, he still got crushed by a door.
Yeah.
Even though he was a guy who knows when to shout and when to knock.
I guess he had better reflexes.
You're so defensive. You're so like...
So anyway, the two of you guys that I mentioned get hurt. You take 23 damages.
Oh.
Huge portions of wood just smash onto the floor. You're kind of pinned. You're both kind of pinned.
Jesus Christ.
All right, I start doing this. I start moving like a word. I try to roll. I try to roll out of it.
Hold on. You might go into shock. Eat snow and save your urine.
I open the door, fellas. You can pull me out.
I run back up to them and I take the wood from off of them to save them from the pile of debris.
All right, that happens. You do that. Lenev looks kind of banged up, but he pulls himself up.
You all right, buddy? You look like a skeleton.
That's normal.
All right. Well, there have to be some sacrifices for us to win this fight.
I vote for Lenev. Just kidding, buddy.
What do we see before us in this doorway?
The doorway opens up, and inside you can see smaller gray huts like the one you saw, but less destroyed. I guess some of them are destroyed. You see tons of undead creatures just kind of hobbling about like zombies on a hunk of meat, but they're moving around in a frenzy.
On a hunk of meat butt?
Like a hunk of butt meat.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
All right.
But they start thronging about, moving their hands and their feet and all of their bodies, really. And they start erecting a large stone statue of it looks like a knight with a skeleton head, but it's about 40 feet tall. They pull it up to erection.
They just build it in front of us?
Yeah, yeah.
While we're standing there?
Yeah.
Do they do it, like, in fast motion?
No, there's a couple larger chunks. It's impressive how fast they are. Don't get me wrong. Don't let me underplay that.
I say to Lenev, is one of these guys Jerry?
No.
Are these guys your friends?
Yeah, these are the people. I mean, not my friends. They're just citizens.
What do you call them?
How should we approach them?
I mean, like you would any other regular person.
Perfect. I've made these bracelets.
That's
ready.
impressive. That's impressive. I'm impressed by those bracelets.
Thank you so much.
I'll
follow your lead.
I do one of those road warrior whistles. The 2 fingers. I can't do it in real life.
Yeah.
You know, like while they're assembling their statue, you hear off camera, and then I would hope that they would all look over and you would whip pan over to me, and I would go, I don't know, something Pixar-ish, like A Little Help or Got Milk.
I mean, a whip pan? I don't know.
Whip pan, like the camera.
No, I get it. I just don't know. I want to make that choice.
Oh, you don't want it to feel like.
I like the tension building of a slow pan, maybe.
Well, at any rate, I whistle to get their attention, and then I say, like, we have a cursed friend here, possessed friend, and we were hoping to get some aid.
We need the tarragon of virtue.
A couple people look over, but they go back to their stuff. He's like, yeah, they're working, they're building stuff. Also, they're just regular folk. They don't know weird stuff about tarragons or virtues.
All right,
We're gleaning all this from their behavior?
No, this is what Lenev is telling you guys as you're saying those things.
I say to my friends, look, fellas, let me take care of this. I undo my hair.
All right.
I whip it around. I take out an arrow, and I take the feathers from the arrow, and I stuff them in my mouth. And I walk up to the zombies that have erected the statue.
Okay.
Hello.
They're not cats.
Hey guys. Me and my friends are looking for a little something called the tarragon of virtue. And I take my finger and I rub it from the top of my forehead all the way down to my shoulder.
I do a camera take.
Those things happen. Yeah, so you say those things, and the zombie just kind of looks back at you and hisses.
All right, I go back to the group. They don't know where it is, guys.
All right, Lenev, is it some kind of healer or cleric kind of zombie in this town?
No, we don't need much healing, to be honest. We just kind of, our bodies knit themselves
Health
back
brag?
together. Yeah, I got a lot of hit points.
I think. Don't say that. She'll try to kill you.
Oh.
I think the undead are a metaphor for Canadians.
I look around the room. Are there any doors in this room?
You're outside.
Okay. Well, in the walls.
There's the gate you came in. There's
Okay.
a bunch of these dwellings, these small dwellings, but you're not really seeing anything sizable. Really. But Lenev's like, I brought you here to see the Bone Sages. Let's go there. Do you really want to talk to these guys?
Well,
Yeah.
I guess not.
Definitely.
Okay.
Dodoy.
So he brings you through some places. He winds you down a path and turns left at a hut, turns right at a hut. He gets you to, it looks kind of like a church. I guess it's just a church. He brings you to a church. There's large stone steps, and he leads you up the steps, and inside you see 3 tall skeletal figures. They're draped in gauzy robes that are all sorts of weird colors, and they're standing in front of a bunch of broken piles of golden bones. They're just standing in front of them. There's 3 of them there. They're just standing, staring at you. Lenev goes in and starts gesturing and hissing and saying all sorts of stuff. You don't really get it.
He's talking in skeleton talk?
Yeah. He's doing that for a bit.
He's singing it to these guys.
Yeah, he's talking to them.
I yell out, "Are you the Bone Sages?"
They all look at you, and he stops hissing, and the 3 of them look at you in kind of unison. They say, We are the 3 sages of Tormod Tor. Yes.
We come in search of the Tarragon of Virtue to save our friend.
Oh, that's impressive.
Well, thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you.
What are your names?
My name is Cork. I'm a barbarian.
I'm Mulrain Sidana.
She's going through a lot of emotional stuff right now.
I'm Sharpie, Butts-a-lot, from the Butts-a-lot tribe. I'm a sorcerer. Level 6, if that means anything to you.
Nope. The three introduce themselves. They say, "We are the sages." The first one on the left, he goes, "I am Tor." And the second one goes, "I am Mod." And the third one goes, "I am also Tor."
Which one's the bad boy?
Probably the second Tor.
He's the one that's going to trash the hotel room, when they're on tour.
Right.
He's got something to prove.
Yeah. He wants out.
We need the Tarragon of Virtue. We'll pay any price within reason.
I take my finger from my forehead and my shoulder and I say, "Any price."
Wait, say that again?
Okay. Great. I'm glad I get to say that again. I take my finger from my forehead to my shoulder and I say, "Any price."
All right, I gotcha.
What does the forehead to the shoulder thing mean?
It's a callback.
I know, but I didn't get it the first time.
What does it mean when you rape things?
It means I have a lot of issues.
Right. My thing probably means the same thing.
Just seems
in a different way.
More arbitrary than...
My metric for what's sexy has gotten messed up somehow.
Right.
Mulrain's.
Okay.
McGathy's is on point.
So the sages, they look at you saying those stuff, and then to answer your question that was posed. The Tarragon of Virtue is a rare and magical herb, and only grows in the unfiltered sunlight on the floating Isle of Paradise, where mortals dare to tread.
I'm sure they do dare to tread there. It's called the Isle of Paradise.
Where is this island?
Ever since the dawn of time, Paradise has drifted high over the earth, shedding radiance and life onto the ground so that all life could flourish and grow. There it lies to this day.
It's heaven, you guys.
I mean, no. That's a different plane of existence.
Can you ferry us there?
No.
Oh, whoa. For a guy that's got nothing but information, you sure are touchy about requests for assistance.
The undead can't go into unfiltered sunlight on Paradise. Are you kidding?
Man, I don't work here.
Sorry, Leviathan, is the Paradise Island, is it on the same plane that we're on right now, or is it... I missed that. Did you say it was on a different plane, or it's just above us?
They look at each other for a bit, and then one of them goes, it's a floating island. It's up in the sky.
Okay, thank you.
All right, obviously we're idiots. Like, is there a way how do we get there?
We're not afraid of unfiltered sunlight, you knuckleheads. How do we get there?
I don't know.
Are there any
You're bone sages.
Do you have a map?
No.
Do you know of anyone with a ship with air power?
No.
Do you have a really tall ladder?
Yeah.
Well, okay. Is it tall enough to reach the Isle of Paradise?
No, that would be ridiculous.
Has anybody ever been to the Isle of Paradise?
Not us. Again, we can't go there.
And that's the only place that the Tarragon of Virtue exists?
The only place that we know.
Can we leave you with a singer-songwriter who's been possessed by demons?
No! Lenev's yelling and spitting. He's all angry.
What?
He's like, "What is this bullshit? You're just gonna tell him everything he wants? They tried to kill me."
Oh.
And I demand a shackling. I demand a shackling.
Oh, Lenev. I take my finger from my forehead to my shoulder, and I do it over and over again.
Wait, what the fuck is going on? What are you talking about?
What, you think I'm just going to forget you cut off my arm? You just glued paper to my head. That doesn't erase anything.
What the fuck? You let us here so that you could finish our dispute? We were finishing it in the snow.
What?
Yeah, the glued paper to your head was our consolation. Like we were saying, we stopped a fight and said, let's be friends. So you're going to punish us for that?
No, I'm going to punish you for cutting off my arm.
We reattached it.
Again, yeah.
We put meat on it.
After all of that, we were fighting you in the snow. We stopped fighting you. Then you took us here. Now you want to start fighting again?
Yeah, that was my whole plan.
Lame. You're a lame skeleton.
I wouldn't. Yeah.
Oh yeah, you admit it. You admit you're lame. So he's lame. He said it.
Sharpie. Sharpie, offer him this, and I hand him a bracelet.
Here's a bracelet.
I don't want that.
Yeah.
I want your souls to be shackled.
How tall is Lenev?
5 feet tall.
Okay, I go up to him and I get him in a headlock and pull my great sword around his neck and say, "You'll give us what we want, or else I'll sever your head, fuckface."
All right.
And you know it won't end there, Lenev. It won't end there.
Yeah, that'll be the least of your trouble.
So you grab him in your headlock and do those things, and Maud goes, "Enough! If he demands a shackling, if he demands a shackling, then we have to enact the rights of Telem Varna."
After the due process of Fumadaga.
It is. Do not insult our law. Telem Varna is the due process.
Yeah, well...
Telem Varna! They start shouting as chains fire out of the walls and into your chests.
I dodge all of them. I dodge every single one.
Into your very souls.
They shackle our souls?
They're chaining your souls. I guess that's shackling.
I swing my sword around in a flurry to
too bad, dude. Souls be shackled.
I give a slow clap. And it sounds like 1,000 claps.
I take my finger from my forehead to my shoulder, and I go, I don't know what that means.
I look at all of them and I say, very well, let the shackling begin. But once it's over...
Yes.
I'll be unshackled, and you'll still be ugly.
Thank you for coming, everybody. Welcome. And good night. We fucking did it. I don't know what happened, but we were all here for it. One more time for Spencer Critton and Aaron McGathy. I'm Jeff Davis. The mayor of Harmontown, Mr. Dan Harmon.